Good morning, friends. Today I like to continue onward from slide module 21 as the hybrid circuit review and the analysis for frequency response curve, why the gain is decreasing in both end, lower frequency as well as higher frequency in case of audio frequency amplifier, AF amplifier in common base configuration, and there's other parameters. So before going to start the complete discussion, let us review the previous case that we have already discussed about the common emitter and common base configuration and the analysis. In case of common emitter configuration, emitter is common and the input is from base end, output is from collector end. So input parameters, output parameters are V base emitter voltage and input current is IB. Output voltage is base. This is collector emitter voltage and output current is IC. The mathematical formulation of this circuit common emitter configuration, we consider these two parameters are the independent parameter and remaining two are dependent parameters. So base emitter voltage and current, collector current are dependent parameters. So these are the equation. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Making partial differentiation of above two equations 1 and 2, we have this one is dV is equal to delta VB upon delta IB into dIB at constant collector emitter voltage plus delta VE upon delta VCE at constant base. This is equation 3. And the partial differential of the collector current DIC upon dB into dB at VCE constant, and this DIC upon del VC at constant base into this is equation 4. So we can replace the coefficients in H parameters as dVB is equal to HIE into dIB plus HRE into dVC. DIC is equal to HFE into dIB. Here HOE and these. These four H parameters are named as this is the input impedance, this is the reverse voltage gain, this is the forward current gain, and this is the admittance. So on the basis of these parameters, if we draw the equivalent circuit in common emitter configuration, so here it is the dIB base current flowing through the resistance HIE. So a potential drop is here, and this is the first term, and the remaining this term, that is HRE into dVCE is the voltage. So this one is the equation, you can call this equation 5, and this is equation 6. This is equation 5 and here it is equation 6. This is HFE dot dIB, and this is another, that is 1 upon HOE into dVCE. This is DIC. So this is equation 5. So this equation 5 and 6 give the equivalent circuit of the transistor in common emitter configuration. In common base configuration, as again the input current is IE and the voltage is VBE and the output voltage is VCB, and this is the IC. So we have these two parameters are independent parameters and remaining two are the dependent parameters. So these parameters, these are equation 7 and this is equation 8, this equation 8. So the mathematical equation for the common base configuration is mathematical equations are given as, and making the partial differential of the above equation as in case of the common base configuration. So we can have this is equation number 9 and this one is equation number 10. And on the basis of the h parameter, these are the h parameters by replacing the coefficients. Then we have this is HIB. This HIB is nothing but impedance. Here the current IE is flowing, and this HRB is HRB into dVCB. This is the reverse bias, reverse voltage gain, and this is HFB is the forward, HFB dot DIE forward current gain, and this is the admittance HOB into dVCB. And these are the current DIC. These are the two parts of the current. So this is the equation number 11. This one is the equation number 11 and this one is equation number 2. And here it is the common base configuration. Equivalent circuit in this case is the common emitter configuration, that is equivalent circuit. So these two are the comparative and quick consideration of this part. Now we can have the another part, that is the complete circuit. The complete circuit of common emitter amplifier. This is the common emitter amplifier circuit, in which this is the NPN transistor. This is NPN transistor, and here it is collector, base, and emitter. This one is the voltage, that is VBE, and here it is R1, R2. These are the two resistances that are used in case of the potential divider circuit, and this one is the CIN, input resistance, in order to filter the DC part. This is the source resistance, and this is the source voltage. Here it is source voltage, and these are the RE, and RE and CE is the emitter self bias circuit, or this is also called emitter bias circuit, in order to pass the AC part from this signal and DC from this signal to ground. This is the RC, collector resistance. This is the load resistance, and here it is the coupling, that is the only AC signal is passed and the DC is blocked. There is, and there we can take the output from this part. Is now the equivalent circuit. This is the equivalent circuit of the common emitter. Equivalent circuit of this CE amplifier. This is the HIE into DIB. Here it is HRE into dVCE. This is the voltage. Here it is HFE DIB. These are the current, and here it is the part of current. This is the admittance, and this is the DIC. Here this part is CE, and this is RE, as in case of the cell biasing cases. So cell biasing part is attached as it is in this equivalent circuit. This is rarely used in case of the equivalent circuit representation, but if one can given the problem sometime, that is to draw the equivalent circuit of the given common emitter complete circuit, then we have to add this one. This RB is the this is the parallel of this combination R1 and R2. This one is the source resistance, and this is the source voltage, that is the input part, and here it is the output part. So this one is the equivalent. Now the frequency response curve, when the frequency, this frequency is varying from 20 to 20 hertz, since we can call it is AF amplifier, audio frequency amplifier. It means it is 20 to 20 kilohertz. The frequency is 20 kilohertz. So there are, this one is the lower part. This is the low frequency, and this is the high frequency. High frequency range. High frequencies 15 kilohertz onward, and here it is 100 hertz below that. So this is the, now we can take this gain, this is the gain AI, and this is the AI of under root 2, AI of under root 2, that is we can call the 70.7%, that is, this is 70.7% of AI, or sometimes it is also called 3 dB. We will discuss later on what is the 3 dB, and this range is the difference, that is delta F. F is equal to F2 minus F1. These are the F2 cutoff, higher cutoff frequency. This is the cutoff frequency, higher. This is also known as cutoff frequency. Lower cutoff frequency, this is lower, and here it is called bandwidth. So we have to, in this way, we have to find out the bandwidth of the given circuit. So we have to find out how to vary this curve. The main problem is how to vary this curve. So we can divide this curve in two parts: mid frequency region, high frequency region, and low frequency region. So this high frequency, that is delta F, and it is a constant. This part is high frequency range, the gain is constant. This gain is constant, and this gain is decreasing in case of lower frequency as well as in case of higher frequency. So this frequency and cause of the decay of the gain, we have to analyze. This one is the gain frequency. So for this, let us see the next part, that is let us see the first we have to discuss about the frequency part, that is the analysis. Analysis of this is the analysis of frequency response curve, and we take first is mid frequency region. In the mid frequency region, we see the impedance offered by coupling capacitor, that is CC coupling capacitor, which the impedance X is equal to 1 upon JC, and the capacitive inductive is so large, it is considered as the open circuit. The sequence of equivalent circuit in RC coupled resistance capacity. This is resistance and capacitance. Resistance, capacitance, RC coupled amplifier can be drawn as. This part is input voltage. This is the Vs. This is the source resistance, and here it is the base current, and this base current is passing through this one. Then there is a reverse voltage gain, that is HRA. Here it is HFE into DIB, that is forward current gain. Here this is 1 upon HOE into DVC. This is the another part. This is the CC coupling capacitor, and this is the resistance R, and here it is the output resistance. Now in this equivalent circuit, the complete equivalent circuit can be this is E. The complete equivalent circuit is classified in two categories. One is current source equivalent circuit and other is voltage source equivalent circuit. The current source equivalent circuit, this part is input voltage Vn, and here it is Hi, and this is the source, current source Rc, Rb and Hi. Because we have said that is this is the open, so this part is open. This part is open circuit. So the equivalent circuit of this Rc, Rb and He. So in this case, these two resistances Rc and Rb are parallel. These are the parallel resistance. So the parallel resistance contribute the, when we transfer this one is into voltage equivalent circuit. So we have this is HFE into del IB and RC RB equivalent circuit. Here it is RC RB equivalent circuit and HI. So in these three resistances, two are the parallel combination, that is equivalent resistance of the parallel combination through which the current is flowing and the potential drop is creating. Here it is the potential drop is creating, and this gives the output current. The output current of this circuit is I0. Output is I0 is nothing but voltage upon current V0 over R resistance. So V0 HIF E into DIB and the RC RB. RC RB, the parallel combination of this RC and RB. And here HI, this one is the resistance HI plus this resistance, sum of two resistances R. R is here, that is sum of two resistances. So the HIFE IB dot, this is the parallel combination RC upon RB divided by RC plus RB resistances, and then HIE, this is the impedance input, and this is RC into RB upon RC RB. These are the parallel combination of these two resistances. So the output current is the nothing but this output current is nothing but it is the output voltage, that is the voltage developed across this one is divided by the total current in the circuit. So this one is the output current, and if we take this one as the output current, from this output current we can have the current gain. The current gain in common emitter configuration can be represented as AI. This AI is output current I0 upon input current IB. The output current is given as this format, and IB is already there. So I0 upon IB is equal to this part of the impedance. So this part of the impedance, that is the HFE into RC RB. Here it is RC into RB plus HE RC RB. So this factor is the complete expression of the impedances, and there is no variation. It is independent of the frequency. So this expression is independent of the frequency, that is why it is constant. It is constant. So the mean frequency is the constant due to the parameters. These parameters are independent of the frequency. Now the voltage gain, this voltage gain can be expressed. This AV is equal to output voltage upon input voltage. Output voltage is the multiplication of current with the output impedance HI and the input impedance multiplied by the input current. So this HI is the common, which cancel out. So the current is this one is the same as the current gain, that is I0 upon IB, something like this factor. and therefore the same expression as in the above case was there. This was the expression that we have here. Thus we have that AB out, this is the voltage gain, that is voltage gain is constant due to independent of the frequency, and that's why this is the same as in case of the current in the case of the this part is one interesting phenomena, that is the constant value along with the negative sign. This negative sign and this negative sign. This negative sign is very interesting phenomena, that if we have this one is a device, device means the common emitter amplifier. So if the input signal, this is the input signal IP, then the output is something like that. That is, here it is positive, negative, positive. Then it is the negative, positive, and negative. This is the output part. So this negative sign gives the concept that the output is out of phase than the input curve. So this is also clear from this this expression, and the voltage gain is same as current gain as it is. So this part is there, and now we can have the two different cases. These cases are in case of low frequency region and in case of high frequency region. So let us consider first is the low frequency region. In the low frequency region, the analysis in this low frequency range, the impedance offered by the coupling capacitor is comparable to the load resistance, so that the coupling capacity is largely affects the current amplification. Therefore, we shall have to include the capacity in the equivalent circuit, and the impedance offered by the shunting capacitor, this shunting capacitor is so large as to the open circuit. With this consideration, the equivalent circuit can be held as current equivalent circuit and this voltage equivalent circuit. As in case, this is the input impedance, this is the V output. So input portion is here. The output part is HFE into IB, and this is the coupling capacitor RCSCV, and we consider this coupling capacitor in case of the voltage equivalent circuit. This voltage equivalent circuit, this is the RC, the potential drop. This HFE is the potential drop across the RC circuit. This is the RC, and then this is the C, and here it is RB. Now this C impedance, this the XC impedance of the capacitive reactance 1 upon j omega C, and therefore we multiply this one is so minus j. This is the minus j omega C. This is, so the impedance offered due to this capacitance is as given. Now the collector current IC in this case, this is the collector current IC. This IC can be expressed at VC upon R equivalent. So VC is minus HFE, that is IC, IB into RC plus this combination, RC plus H, RB, RE. These are the parallel combination of two point. This so it is the parallel combination of this plus XC. So this is the parallel combination expression for the RB and this HIE. So we have to find out this kind of the expression where XE is equal to minus A. So the output current VO is equal to output voltage upon output resistance. That is the output resistance I see current flowing across the RB. RB is this part. This part is the current flow, and this is HFE dot IB into RC upon RC plus this part minus J omega C, and this is RB plus HIE. These are the resistance of this circuit. This part of the circuit in the output of this current. So this is the low frequency. Now the gain of this low frequency is given as this part of the low frequency gain. Now the current given as AI, output current upon the input current. This is the output current upon input current. So output current is output of this part. This is the expression. From this expression we can write this IB, and the remaining part is given as in this form. So by simplifying the above expression, that is taking this part, this is RC, RB and HI. This is taken common from the rest of the part of the expression. So we can have this one is, one divided, and this is RC, that is omega C into this part. And this whole this expression is obtained from the mid frequency expression in the previous case, and it is written as the A mid. And remaining part, that is omega is equal to 2 pi f. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 1 upon 2 pi f. So f is here, and 2 pi is associated with the C and the remaining part of this part. So these are considered as frequency value, known as lower cutoff frequency. We can solve numerical value for this value for lower frequency. This is the important that we have to find out. At f is equal to f1, the cutoff frequency, at low range is, this is from the expression, that is AI mid gain upon 1 minus this is J, 1 minus J, and the amplitude, this is AI low. This AI low can be written as modulus of AI mid upon this 1 minus J mid. Mod of this 1 minus J is nothing but under root 1 square plus J square, that is 1 square plus 1 square, 1 square plus 1 square, that is under root 1 plus, that is under root 1 plus 1, that is under root 2, that is under root 2. So this value is nothing but A divided by under root 2. This value is A under root 2. This A under root 2, this value A under root 2 is nothing but 0.707 AI. This is the, so A this value is, and this is the point that can be expressed as 70.7% of AI mid. That is AI mid value. So this one is the corresponding value in case of the mid frequency region, and in case of the high frequency, High frequency region, similarly, we can consider the case as the high frequency analysis. In high frequency range, the reactance offered by CC is very small, because high frequency to x1, f is high, so 1 upon, because this is x is equal to 1 upon j 2 pi fc, that is if f frequency is increasing, x will decrease proportional to 1 by f frequency. So it is, we have like short circuited. But at high frequency, the internal resistance, internal transistor capacitors, which is known as stray capacitors, parasitic capacitor also we can have, we will discuss it later, that appear in parallel to the load as C0, The equivalent circuit, on the basis of current equivalent circuit and voltage equivalent circuit, can be drawn as here. This is input and here it is output, that is HFE DIB. These are the currents, and in this case also this RC and RB, these two are the parallel combination, as the parallel combination in case of the voltage. This is HIE and here it is IB base current. So the voltage equivalent circuit, this is the plus sign, this is the minus, HIE, and this is CCA. So the collector current, that is IC, this is the collector current IC. The potential drop HFE into DIB, this is HFB, multiply RC parallel to RB. This is RC, this is the RC, and here it is RB. This is the parallel combination, and adding was this the parallel combination of this HE, and this is, there is a two parallel combination. So the collector current can be expressed as in the form of numericals, where XC is equal to 1 upon J omega C, that is minus J of omega C, as in previous case. There he. And the output, this is the output current is given. Output current from the given circuit is IV0. This V0 upon equivalent circuit. What is V0? Output voltage. That is the potential drop across the out impedance. Capacitive impedance XC. This is the capacitive impedance. So XC plus HC is the total. This is HC. This is the total impedance for the output. That is, this is V0 for the output. Now the output current HFE into DIB is the RC plus RB plus this much, and this is the parallel combination of these two circuits. And this XC divided, the XC multiply with this part, which is the component of this output part. XC upon this HC plus HIE. This is HIE. So this output, if you want to take the current gain expression, output current is this much, and want to current gain, this output is divided by the input current IB. So next we see the how this current gain in case of the high frequency range, the current gain, that is current is this expression. This is a complete expression, and current gain AI at output is this I0 divided by this IB, this I0 divided by IB. So the remaining expressions are HFE dot RC dot RB, and this is RC dot RB 1 plus J omega C0 HI plus HI RC plus RB. This is the multiply, so this is the cancel, and here it is the one expression. Simplify this expression, we have that HFE into dot RC in dot RB divided by this part. This whole part is the common factor. And if we did this common factor common out, then this factor numerator converted into denominator of this a part, the whole, and here it is 1, and this whole thing is divided by the j omega c0 h I e r c r b. So what we have very interesting result, that is ai mid in terms of mid, that is ai high. AI high, this expression is nothing but the expression in terms of the mid frequency. So this expression is same as in previous cases, HFE into RC into RB, and this is RC RB plus HI RC RB. If we go for various type of expression, then we find very interesting case that the A mid is used in everywhere. Either it is itself mid frequency, that is the case, and it is in lower frequency as well as in the higher frequency region. So the remaining part, that is this is j into f, and this omega is again 2 pi f. So f is there, and the 2 pi part is considered. The 2 pi part is considered. This is f2. F2 is equal to RC RB. Here it is 2. This part is 1 upon this f2 is this much, and it is also again used for the numerical. This is used for numerical part. So this part is the argument. So again, this is the mid frequency. This is the mid frequency, and if we want the amplitude part, AI high is modulus value of this. This modulus value is A mid by under root 2. A mid under root 2. Why? Because this is modulus of 1 plus j. 1 plus j, this mod value is nothing but this is the 1 square plus j square. This 1 plus j square is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is under root 2. So this is under root 2. This under root 2 means again the same as it is 70%. This value is similar as the case, that is 0.707 AI mid. AI mid. So this value is the same. So this is very interesting case that we find in both the cases, lower frequency range as well as higher frequency range, then the case is the same in both. So finally what we have we have this one is we have the frequency response curve, that is the frequency response curve is something like this. This is your frequency. This is the frequency. And here it is gain. This is gain, AI, and this is 0.7 AI, and this 0.7 I is the point. This corresponds the F1. This corresponds the F1. This corresponds the F2. So this is the mid frequency. This is mid frequency. Here it is high frequency. High frequency. And this one is low frequency. Low frequency. And this part is delta F. Delta F, that is bandwidth. Bandwidth of the given amplifier. Now the interesting case is the inter stray capacitors. So the stray stray capacitor in the transistor. We take the block diagram. The block diagram is something like this. This is the block, and in this block, this part is the base. This is the base part, and here the emitter part, and this is the collector part. So one junction is here. This is collector junction, and other junction is here. It is called emitter junction. This emitter junction. So due to these two junctions, there is a corresponding capacitance. That capacitor is developed as from here. This is capacitor C, base, and collector capacitor. Other capacitor developed is here. This is C, base, emitter capacitor, and here another capacitor is C. This is the collector emitter capacitor. So these three capacitors, give, this capacitor give the signal. This was the signal feedback. This is the signal feedback. So a part of the signal is coming to input. So this part, that is the CBC, capacitor between base and collector. We have like the feedback capacitor. This we have like feedback capacitor. So if the output signal is feed in the input, and the output is opposite to the input, and that's why the gain is decreasing. That's why the gain is decreasing, because there is a signal which is the opposite of the output. So we can draw this part as the capacitor in the circuit is the this can be having this capacitor 1, and this capacitor is 1. This capacitor is 1. So these three capacitors, that is this capacitor CE, and here it is CW, and this is CI, input capacitance due to the wire also, interwire capacitors also. So these three capacitors constitute one equivalent capacitor, that is, this is C equivalent. So this C equivalent is nothing but CEC plus C wire plus C input, something like that. And when it is connected to the transistor, then the behavior is something like this. This is the capacitor. Here a resistance, that is RC resistance, and then there is one capacitor here, and there is one capacitor here. There is one capacitor here with the resistance. If we have replaced the impedance part, so we can have this part as this part is the CS, C equivalent, and this is the R. This is R1. This R is nothing but RI1, parallel combination of RI2, parallel combination of HIE. These are the, these are. So at high frequency, these parameters are very important, and therefore we have to consider all these parameters. We have to consider all these parameters in the new discussions, in all the discussions in the coming subsequent chapters for the combination of all these matters. Now, we like to discuss one important thing, that is the power gain, that is 3 dB power gain. 3 dB power gain. That is, what is 3 dB power gain? We have to explain. This is the very simple questions that used to ask from the students. What do you mean by 3 dB power gain? So we have to define the power gain. The power gain is defined as, this is defined as the log 10 base P output, P out to P input in Bell. This is in Bell. This is in Bell. This is Bell. And one bell is how much? 10 decibel. One bell is nothing but, it is 10 decibel. 10 decibel. So if you replace this one is, though we can write this is 10, this is 10, and one is log base 10 P0 upon Pi into decibel, So this decibel is dB, and this power is nothing but V square over R. Power is, so PO upon Pi is V0 O upon R and VI square. So to substituting this value, 10 log 10 V0 upon VI square dB. So this is 20 log P0 upon VI dB. This is the power gain. Now we have to consider the V input is V0. This value is 70% of the given value. That is, if V0 upon VI is V0, and this is the under root 2. VI is V0 under root 2. This value. So this is cancelled. So this is under root 2. This is under root 2. So this is sorry. This is not there. we call it as the we call it as something like this. Yes, something like this. Something like this. Because when we take the gain, that is aij of this value is under 2. So if we take this one, is the 20 log base 10, that is 1 by under root 2 dB. So this is 20 log 10, this is 0.707 dB. And this 0.707, this is value is 3 dB. This is gain. This is power gain. We take this one is a power gain is 320 dB gain. 1 by under root 2, that V0, or if we modify it, we modify it, that is Vi0 under root 2. This V0 is this is V0 by under root 2, V0 by under root 2. So what we find, this is under root 2, this is under root 2. This is under root 2, this is 1.14, this is 1.1401, 1.401, and then this is dB. So this value is as this value is Vi. V0 by under root 2. So this is the 3 dB gain. This is the 3 dB. And this is all about the today part that we have to discuss about. This part is as the analysis. On the next part, we will discuss about the higher. We will discuss about the behavior of this in higher frequency range, how this can be happen in the higher frequency range. So this is all about the today lecture. Thank you.